Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Eileen with Unique Gifts and Decor by Lady Di. Happy Sunday to everybody. I'm hoping everyone is still having a wonderful day. I just wanted to come on again to show you guys how to make some bows. I've been asked to do this numerous times, and today I've got to do a lot of bows on baskets that I assembled. I just need to do bows, so I thought, let me just take out time and go over this with you guys. My way of doing it is different from other people's, okay? So just want to start off showing you all a bow that I have been working on this earlier today on some of those crates that I had worked on. But you can use any types of ribbon to make your bows. I always have a hard time getting up to set right, but this is just something that I'm working on, but I'll get it right. But any kind of ribbon will do in making your bows. You can use the wide ribbon. This is the 2.5. I do have some of the 1.5 as well. Where I get my ribbon is anywhere that I see. Sam's have ribbon, sometimes Walmart, definitely Hobby Lobby. Just anywhere that you see some ribbon that you like. Sometimes Dollar General has ribbon, Dollar Tree. It's just your preference. There's no, unless you wanted to find a wholesaler or to get them online somewhere, you know, you can definitely do that. But maybe on the off season, that might be something that I need to be looking into. But right now, I'm just kind of using what I've got and I've gotten around town here. But I do my bows different. I have watched tutorials, and I kind of advise you guys to watch them too. And I've been doing baskets for a while, you guys. I have done event planning too, so you know you've got to learn how to do bows. Well, I've watched people's technique, and to be honest, how they do it, and then they twist, and I have not got that technique yet, okay? I'm just going to be honest. I don't know if my hands are too big or not. So you're supposed to twist and, you know, loop and then twist again. I just can't. I can't do it, okay? Sorry, I can't do it. So I found another alternative, okay? Basically, years ago, when I don't know if y'all know that AC Moore was in business, and that was my store years ago. It was more like a Michaels, but it had more stuff in there and more variety, to be honest. And I just loved it. So I don't even know why they went out of business, but you know, hey, it is what it is. So I had a problem learning how to do the bows, and I'm still. I'm not saying I'm having a problem, but I just have not taken the time to sit down and learn the techniques like others do on their new YouTube channels. Again, you learn from others. Everybody do things different, okay? So with that being said, years ago, I was dealing with the bows. I couldn't handle it, got frustrated. So what I did is I bought one of these. It's called Bowdabras, okay? And it is, I'm telling you, look at this. It's old as dirt, okay? And the reason why I'm showing you all this, because a lot of you guys, I hear y'all saying y'all struggling with the bows. And I've been there with you all 100%, but I didn't let it frustrate me for me to stop. And as I was telling you guys all the time, presentation is the key to anything. So you don't want to have a nice basket. The basket might be looking very well, and then you got a bow that you might have just, okay, I don't know. But this, you know, you do this, and then you stick it on like that. That messes up your presentation on your bow, okay? This is something that, you know, I've seen people do. And if that's all best you can do, then do that, okay? I'm not telling you not to do this. But we all need to graduate to another level, okay? And in doing that, this Bowdabra is my next step, okay? And the reason why I'm telling you all this, and just think about it, whoever made this Bowdabra, she probably or he probably had the same issues that we all have with bows, okay? So that's just like you driving down the street. Okay, you're leaving home, you got to go to the grocery store. So you're driving down the street and there is a sign that says road closed. Okay, so you have two choices. Either you go back home, you know you're hungry, you know you need groceries in the house, but you decide to go back home and say, oh, the road closed, I can't get there. Or they have another sign that says road closed, but detour, okay? So what are you going to do? Either you're going to go back home, starve, not have any food in your house, or take the detour. And that's just like in life. When we come up against an obstacle and we see, okay, I can't get to that step that way, I can't go that way, then what do? Do I stop? No, you find another way to do things. So I assume the person, this is just my understanding, and it's common sense. That person couldn't do bows, so they decided to do alternative. So if you have to go buy these, I'm not sure how much I paid for these. I don't think it was over $10, and this has been over 20 years ago, okay? This is how long I've had this thing, okay? So in saying all of that, find an alternative. Don't struggle in whatever you're trying to do, okay? Bows, yes, they do make the baskets. Also, what you have inside your basket, how you have stacked your items, how you put the items in your basket, yes, that helps it as well. But don't get hung up on, I can't twist, but I tried that and I can't do it. And maybe on my downtime, maybe after, I'm not doing Easter baskets, so maybe in March. I doubt that because I got other things that I'm working on in March. Then April, I'm getting ready for Mother's Day. I'm not doing Father's Day, so maybe late June or June, July, August, at least that gives me 4 months. By September, maybe I can learn how to do bows like maybe the other basket makers do. I'm not trying to be like anybody else. This works for me. Everybody that I talk to that has bought my gifts, they love how I do my bows. I'm not an expert. This is just what works for me. You find out what works for you and you do you. I tell you guys that all the time. Take something from everybody, but then you, what can I say? Put that special twist on it to make it unique for yourself, okay? So let me just show y'all how I start making my bows, okay? So you can use different size ribbons. If you want to just use all the 1.5 size ribbon, you can. I'm trying to look and see what bows that I need to do and see what I can work on this. So let's go with the so both of these are the 1.5, 1.5, okay? So I'm gonna use this one because I got a basket that's gonna work with these two. So they are the same size, okay? And that's fine, you can do that, okay? So I'm going to make sure. Now, there's two ways you can do this using this Brodabra. You can do them separately, or you can do them together. So I'm gonna show you both ways. So what I usually first do is I put my pipe cleaner in here like this, okay? It's a slot that you can just slip it down in there. Now you can take your ribbon that you want on the bottom, which is, I'm gonna use this one, and you just feed it in here, okay? And by this ribbon being okay on both sides, it's not gonna be hard, okay? So let me show you. You just, depends on how the length of how you want your tail to be, how long you want it out here, and you just feed it through. You just twist it and just put it in the loops, okay? Now it depends on how large are the loops that you want. If you want a bigger bow, you definitely want your loops to be out here longer. Now they might have had instructions on how to do this, you guys. 20 years, I have no clue where the box is or instructions. So this has been working for me, so I'm just gonna show y'all how I do it. So I kind of have a big box, not maybe medium-sized box. So I'm kind of going out like this on here, okay? Then you just twist it. I mean, it's very easy. You just stick them in here. And depends on how many loops that you want for your bows to be. If you're doing a bigger bow, you might want to do 6 loops. And I'm going to show y'all because this is what I'm going to work on. And you're going to make sure you have 6 loops on each side, okay? Might not do, might do 8. So that might be. So I've got 3 so far on this side here. 3 loops, y'all see. 1, 2, 3, okay? Then we're gonna go and do this one. So I got 4 loops on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you go look on this side, you've got 1, 2, 3 loops and you got your tail. So you know you need to put another loop again to make it 4 on each side. So you just put another loop on here, okay? You got 4 on this side and you got 4 on this side. Your tail is your 5th strand of ribbon. You don't have a tail yet on here, but you need to cut this off to make your tail, okay? Now you can cut your ribbon, tail it here. You can do a ducktail while you have it still in the Bordabra, and that's what I do, okay? So there's 2 ways you can do this to make it, and let me just do it. I'll show y'all that in a minute, okay? And you just cut your tail on this side, and you find the loop on the other side, the tail on the other side, excuse me, and you just make your ducktail there on that side. You take your pipe cleaner, and these don't match, so you guys, I'm low on pipe cleaner, so I'm using what I got. Or you can use jute, whatever you got. Then you just make a twist there to hold it. And sometimes what I do is I tie it, make it like a knot. And then all you do is fluff out your bow. That's why I be having a hard time with this, you guys. But and you always want the tails to be at the bottom because you want those to be like this on your bow, okay? Now, once I finish adding the other one, then we're going to fluff it out a little more. So this is the other one that I'm going to add to it, okay? Same concept. Now, even though I did 4 loops on both sides for this one, I don't want it to be the same. So that's why I'm going to do 3 loops on this bow, okay? Because that's going to center the big bow. Does that make sense? And I don't want it to be as long as this one. So I do shorten it on the Bordabra. It's not as long as the other one was because the other one was hanging out, okay? We're shortening it. And if you wanted to loop up with the Bordabra a little bit, then that's fine. If you need to really measure, that's on you all. It's not that serious. I'm telling you, it's really not. I guess maybe I've done it so long. I try to do things simple, you guys, to show you guys this makes my life much easier. I live by spiritual principles. God's plan, simple. The principle of organization is God's plan to simplify my life. You got me getting tongue-tied today. And that's, you just have to do. I'm not saying everything's going to be perfect, but if you do things in a simple fashion where it won't stress yourself out, it will work out for your good. That's all I'm just trying to say. So I did the same concept here. All I got to do is put a ducktail on the end of the ribbon on both sides. And then all you got to do is pull it up, okay, and just hold it with your other hand. Now you can twist it down so that you can tie it from the back. And you just tie you a ribbon, tie your knot. Now you're going to place this ribbon inside of this one, okay? If you want to do it separately, you can do it separately, or you can do them together. And I'm going to show you how to do it together as well. Then what you're going to do is twist both of those pipe cleaners together, so it'll be one. And then you just have your bow, and you just fluff it up, and then that's just your easy concept, okay? Let me show you guys something. So this is what I'm making this bow for here, okay? Just like that, very simple and easy. Now, you all trying to figure, well, Eileen, how are you going to attach this? So this is how I want to do this. I definitely want to use this ribbon here. The bag that I didn't do it like this and tie it up here. I did it the opposite, and then I shrink wrapped it. So the bottom of the opening of the bag is under the bottom here, okay? Just want to do something different with this gift. So I want this ribbon to kind of go up under and around the basket, okay? And if you have a wider ribbon, you can always do it use a wider ribbon. But I just wanted to do something different here. Y'all know I'm always doing something. I'm doing something. So anyway, I want to kind of have it on this side here. And you just tie a knot here on the top of the basket. And you're going to have a little tails out there. And that's okay. You can cut them down because you don't want them to be seen that much, because you're going to put your bow definitely on top right here, okay? Now, you take the bow, because you got the bow in the two pipe cleaners. You're going to feed it through the ribbon that's already attached to the basket, and you just attach it like that. And then you just tie your pipe cleaner to the ribbon. And then you start fluffing your bow, okay? So this was not a hard concept. I wasn't twisting my hands and getting my hands all twist tied and everything. But if you want to do that, then that's fine, you guys. I can't do that. I can't. And I'm not going to say that I can do something that I can't. I can't. I tried it. I can't. So this is my alternative. And it works perfectly for you. You just find which is best for you, and just hone in that craft and do what you got to do. Bows, they do make your baskets. And basically, it's just not the bow, it's the colors that you put together. That makes a big difference. As I told you guys earlier, if you don't know what colors that will go with each other, go to Lowe's, get those samples from Lowe's, order you a color chart. You can Google that, or if you have to Google it and print that out, do that, you know, and see how this turned out so easy, okay? It wasn't hard at all. And that's how I do my bows, okay? So let's do another one. Now, okay, this is some ribbon. This is the I guess it's the 2.5. I assume so. Yeah, 2.5-inch ribbon. Okay, so I've got my pipe cleaner here. I put it inside my Bodabra. Okay, very simple. You don't want to do it this way because this is where you're putting your ribbon in. You're going to do it this way. Okay, now this is the ribbon that I'm going to use. It's the wider ribbon. So I'm going to do 3. So yeah, I'm gonna do 3 on each side, okay? So I kind of want my tail to be a little long, which is like here. Now this ribbon, as you can see on this side, it's clear, but this side has the grooves in there. So this is how this is what you do here. You just twist the ribbon so that so you want the ribbon, the rigid side, the design side, let's go there, to be on top, okay? You see how it's on top like that? Now, once you get over here, if you don't make that twist, because you're going to have to twist it so it will be, the ridges is on the top. If you don't twist it, it's going to be like this. Okay? And that's not what we want. So you want to be able to twist it, okay? And instead of you twisting your hand doing it, this twists it for you, okay? I ain't got time to have carpal tunnel or all that stuff. I can't do that. So you see, everything's on one side. You take your ribbon again, and you're just gonna twist it so that it'll be, the design is on the top, right here. Twist it on the other side as well. So I definitely want to, didn't I say 3 loops on each side? So we're gonna do 3 on each side. And you can line them up on the length of how do you want it. You can do that yourself. You don't have to worry about measuring. You can see that for yourself, okay? So I got 3 on this side. I got 3 on this side. So I'm going to cut so I can do my tail. Now on this tail, I'm not going to duck it. I'm just going to do a diagonal. Just like that, okay? It's whatever you prefer. This is your bow. And when I'm in a hurry, if I got a lot of bows to do, I just do an angle and keep it moving. Now, we're going to use this other ribbon as well. This is that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's got the hearts on it. So I've got a red wrapped box that I got to work on. So, now on this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, I usually take it all off at the beginning, okay? And the reason why is because the way they got it on the roll is the opposite on how I want it on my bow, okay? So, now remember before I showed you all 2 different ways. The first way, you can do the bow separately. But to save time and to save your pipe cleaners or your jupe, whatever, you can do them both together. So what I'm going to show you, I want my hearts to go this way. So I'm just going to put the heart here, and I'm going to line the heart up with the tail, okay? Now, same concept with this ribbon. As you can see on the back side and the front side, you're just going to twist. So everything's going to be on the front. And you're going to make this not as long as the first one, as the solid red one. You're going to make those a little smaller because it's the middle, okay? The center of your bow. And if you need to measure, then measure, okay? I'm not telling you not to, but I guess I've been doing this, so I just, you know, I know. But if you're first time doing it, if you're not comfortable, definitely measure, okay? And it just depends on how full you want your bow. Is how many loops that you want. If you don't want it to be that full, then you can definitely, you know, hone it down. Less loops, okay? So I've got 3 on this side. I've got 3 on this side. So I'm going to push it down. And I think there was supposed to be another piece, you guys, that's supposed to hold that down. That's what it was. I don't know where it's at. But again, it's 20 years old. So y'all don't judge a sister. So I'm going to kind of do a angle on both ends of these tails here, on both sides. Now, because you got more ribbon, be very careful of how you're taking this out, okay? Because it's a thicker ribbon. Now, it's like this, but what I usually do, I just twist it. Take the pipe cleaner and put it under the bottom because I want this to be on the front of my bow, not this, the hearts. And you just do a tie on the pipe cleaner. And depends on if you got jupe or the pipe cleaner. And these are really thick. I don't even know how I got these kind, but this is how your ribbon's going to be. And all you have to do is just go through each loop and just open them up. And you always want your loops to go down in the front, okay? Same way with the other ribbon. And someone had asked me, do I do them together or do them separately? It just depends on how fast I'm trying to want to get these done. But that's what I do. If I got a lot of time, then I'm only using both of them. But, you know, it just depends on it. But this is how your ribbon is going to be looking once I fluff it up and put it on my basket. So, this is the one we're going to use on this one. Now, you can do as I did before, put a ribbon on here, or you can just get some tape and tape it down like here, on here. Oh, I'm talking all country. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, y'all. You can tape it because I did this the same way. I put the basket top on the bottom, from the top to the bottom, and shrink wrapped it that way. Otherwise, if I did it this way, I could, you know, you could tie it that way. But I'm always doing something different, y'all, as you all probably can see. But it's good to be different, okay? And then you just have a chance to fluff your bow up. And sometimes it's easier to fluff them while you've got it on your basket. You can preliminary fluff it, but then once you do the final, it's good to do it when you have it on your basket. Okay, you guys. Easy peasy. Okay. Now, one more thing, and I'm gonna let you guys go. If you want to use jupe, you can do it the same way. You just cut your piece of the string. It might not be that long, but you do it the same concept. put your jute string inside of the Bow Dabra. I'm gonna do a purple. So let's do you can do them together. Let's try doing this together and see how this is gonna work. And I don't have to do a lot of, I need to twist it as well because on the purple, it's a solid. And it's the same concept, basically. Now on this bow, it's a little different. I don't have but one loop on each side, and I'm going to show you guys. I don't usually do a lot like this because to me it's simple, but you know, none of my gifts are simple. That's just not bragging, but I just like to wow people, okay? And can't even tie a bow, you guys. All fingers. Okay. I got too much jute. So you can do your bow like this. Tied that tight enough. Yeah, it's not tight enough. So I didn't tie that first loop tight enough, you guys, but this is another bow that you can, a simple bow that you can do if you want to do it this way. You just, it's just one loop and it's the bow like this, but this is still plain, okay? But I just wanted to show you guys, or even if you wanted to take this off and kind of change, you know, what I'm saying is do it that way, you can. It's whatever you prefer. You know, the sky is the limit. Let's not limit ourselves, you guys, in doing these bows. And it's really not that difficult. Now, if you want to do something else that's got a bow and then you got the streamers coming down and everything, you can always add ribbon to, you know, make the streamers come down and stuff like that. But this is just an easy way of doing these bows, you guys. It's not that critical. If you can't do the twist like everybody else do, make it your own. You know, I've tried that. I cannot do that. But, you know, let me know what you think about these bows that I have created. Again, this is the one that's got the 2.5 inch together. Easy concept, you guys. And this other one, right here. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so disorganized today. Ugh. But this is the other one that I did. Okay, so you can do this, you guys. It's not hard. If you have to go out and buy a Bow Dabra, I'm pretty sure Walmart might have them, Michaels, maybe Hobby Lobby. But you know what? Do what's easier for you to make the bows. If you're in the process and you don't have time to do it right now because you're in the middle of the stuff, that's fine. But look, if you're struggling with the bows, there is no harm in getting help. This is a detour, the Bow Dabra, okay? Thank you guys for watching and sharing. your comments. I hope this helps you guys, because it helps me. Again, I can't do those like other people with those twists and all that. I can't do it. And I'm not ashamed to say some things that I cannot do. But I'm not going to try to be like somebody else, do something that somebody else does, and it's not working for me. You do what's working for you. This bow dabber is working for me. Now, maybe down the road, I might try it again. I'm not saying I will never try it again. It's just right now that's not on my agenda to learn how to make bows with my hands, doing it that way, the loops and all that. I have other things that I'm working on in my life. So you guys, thank you for liking, sharing, and comment. Please let me know if this has helped you guys tremendously, because like I said, I try to make things simple. And if you want to do it by hand, you can always do it by hand. If not, get your bow dabber and call it a day. Take care. Have a blessed day. Goodbye.